Hey, this is Double R. I wanted to tell you that Anchor by Spotify is a great and easy way to make a podcast with everything you need and all in one place. Anchor has the tools to allow you to record, edit your podcast straight from your phone or your computer. When hosting with Anchor, you can distribute your podcast to all listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Best of all, it's totally free. So go down the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. This is the Let's Roll Podcast with your host, Double R. What up, everybody? It's me, Double R, the host that rolls the most. Welcome back to the Let's Roll Podcast. Back off of a little bit of a break. Took some time off to just chill and relax. I tentatively had plans and things scheduled to record some episodes, get them out to everybody, whatnot. That didn't happen. Let's get into it right after this. So, let me say this. Took some time off. I decided to take a break. I finished up season 1 with 26 episodes, which was around about how many episodes I wanted to put out for season 1. My seasons are going to go every 3 months. So every 2 months will be a new season. I'm trying to put out at least 22 episodes a season. And I usually put them out on Monday and then Thursday of the week. I don't know if I'm going to keep up that schedule or not. I asked some people in some Facebook groups for podcasting, like what do they do, how many things do they put out a week, or episodes. And on the average, most people only put out 1 episode a week. So with that being said, I put out 2. I like to have one come out at the beginning of the week and then another one come out Thursday. I'm thinking about maybe taking one of those episodes that I release, like maybe Monday, because Monday is a very popular day for most podcasters to put out episodes, and I'm thinking about maybe taking that particular episode that and putting it on Patreon, exclusively on Patreon. And then eventually it'll be released to like my YouTube channel, where currently right now on the YouTube channel, I release old episodes for people to be able to listen to them on there. There are no video like me interviewing, except maybe I'm going to put out my first one in conjunction with an episode that I'm doing, or it's going to come out later this month. But I'm not going to say I'm going to do that and commit to it and then decide not to do it and I look like I lied about it. So, but it's just an idea. Right now, everything is an idea. Everything is a work in progress. Things change on a daily basis. I think I'm still going to put out 2 episodes a week. I just don't know if I'm going to put them both to where everybody can listen to them, or maybe take one and make that exclusive to Patreon and, see if that works out. I don't know. Maybe not. I do encourage everybody, please, share the podcast. Give me some feedback. Send me, some feedback. Email address is on our website, so you can go to our website and go to www.theletsrollpodcast.com. That's our website. Go there. There's some ways to contact me. There's even a contact form that you can fill out. Send me a question, whatever. Just give me some feedback. I need some feedback from y'all to tell me how I'm doing and what you want. What would you like more of? Or just give me suggestions on topics that you want me to talk about, stuff like that. So I've watched Knight Rider. I've watched Cobra Kai, which I'm planning on doing an episode with a friend of mine, and we're going to talk about the series, the movies, and whatnot. But man, don't miss out on Cobra Kai. That is a good series. I enjoy it thoroughly. Um, I watched. Let's see some movies I watched lately. Well, we all know I watched the Spider Mans and the new Spider Mans at towards the end of the year, and we did episodes on that, so you can go back and check those out. Um, but I watched Clifford the Big Red Dog the other night. I wasn't really impressed with that. I don't even think I finished it. I think I turned it off. What was the other one I watched? Rumble. The I think it's associated with WWE, but it's an animated movie about monsters that wrestle. I watched that on Paramount. That was really good. What else have I watched? I can't remember anything else that I watched, but I pretty much have been taking a break, watching stuff. I've also been organizing my room or trying to clean it up. I put together a backpack that has a setup for me to do podcasting remotely or, offsite or away from my house, which I'm going to try to utilize that in a couple of episodes this year, if not more. Also, anybody that wants to be a guest, wants to come on and maybe discuss something with me or you got something you want to promote or whatever, again, go to the website, www.theletsrollpodcast.com website, and contact me through the different ways you can contact me through that. We have a Facebook page. We have Twitter. We have Instagram. We have it all. So find a way to contact me and let me know if you want to be a guest on the show. I can do it through Zoom, video. I can do it through Zoom. I can do it by calling you on the phone, Skype, whatever your preference is, we'll make it work. Figure it out. If you want to be a guest, just let me know. Or if you just want to, be a co-host with me and just be on the episode and, be a part of it. Want to talk about something specific or whatever. Just let me know. Again, more feedback, the better. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, so I put my bag together to do podcasting on location, off-site, etc., whatever you want to talk about. So I have the bag set up to record all the episodes. I don't have it necessarily where I'm not carrying the laptop with me when I go do those, so I can't do everything. Like if I was going to go on a long trip, obviously I'd pack my laptop where I could totally edit the show and all that, put it up. Also, I have been working on new merchandise, or merch, for our merch store. I created some shirts and jogging pants and jerseys, and I'm creating more. There will be more coming. So, if you're interested, go check that out. You can also find that link on the website, or you can go directly to the store by going to www.lrpmerch.com. That's what it is. So you can go check that out. Check out the new stuff I got out and about. And let's see, what else? Let me think about that, and I'll come back right after this. So let's talk about some things that are going on in the world that we had the anniversary of January 6th that come up, and the frustrating thing about this country, and as human beings, period, is we get all hyped up when something major happens, and the further away we get from when it happened, the less we really care about it. The less, I know the media keeps trying to hype it up and say, hey, we need to know. Here's my issue with needing to know things and needing to know who did this and what. Here's my question. All right, so we find out everything that we thought was that was wrong or was being done wrong is true, then what? I mean, let's face it, nobody's going to jail. I mean, not any well-known person is going to go to jail, or if they do, it's going to take forever to get them in jail. Um, I'm not saying we should forget it and not do anything about it, but it's just the frustrating part is trying to do something about it, and it just takes forever and eventually just goes nowhere. Um, let's talk about the just I just saw recently that the three men that chased down uh, Aubrey in the Aubrey case, they all got life sentences, except for one. One got a life sentence, but he got a possibility of parole. Two of them did not get that. They're going away, and they're going away for life. And I'm very satisfied with that verdict. I believe that they deserve what they got. I don't condone anything that they did. Here's the thing. Even if you suspect somebody of doing something wrong, unless you saw them for sure, do something. Call the authorities. Call the right people. And then let it be. Don't take the law in your own hands. Don't, unless they're threatening you personally, or unless they're coming on your property personally. You know, I hate to say this, but if I had a neighbor and even if their house was getting broken into and I could see it from my house, I'm not confronting that person. I'm not going after that person. I'm not doing anything to that person other than I'm calling the right people to call. If you understand what I'm getting at, it's like, let's stop being these, now, it's based on the scenario of the situation. It's not necessarily I'm flat out not going to help my neighbor and help protect, what they have or anything. It's just the scenario itself. If my neighbor's home and they're being attacked or threatened, obviously I'm going to try to do something. But to put myself in a position where I have to deal with whatever consequences come about it, I really have to look at the situation and go, all right, do I want to go there? My neighbor's not home. The house is getting broken into. Do I need to go over there and protect her stuff personally, like myself, or just call the cops and just say, hey, and videotape it from a distance and, just gather whatever evidence I can gather without putting myself in harm or without me have to cause harm to someone else. That's what I'm getting at. But let's get off that. But anyway, I was satisfied with that verdict. Man, so sad to hear that Betty White did not make her 100th birthday. That's very sad, and would have been cool to see her do that. But, hey, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And she lived a long life, and from what I can tell, she lived a very good life. So, sorry to hear that. I just read today, and I'm recording this on Sunday, January 9th. I read it today that the actor Bob Saget. I think that's his name. But the guy that played Danny Tanner on Full House, the comedian actor, he passed away today. And that's kind of sad to hear and see. Of course, we're still dealing with this lovely pandemic going on the third year. I don't know if this is ever going to go away. I think we're going to have peaks and valleys throughout from here on out. As long as we have people out there that don't want to do the right thing and don't want to take the right precautions, it is going to be what it is. And, I saw on Facebook or YouTube, I think it was YouTube, a story about AOC. Republicans are making a big deal about her going down to Miami with her boyfriend, boy toy, whatever it is, and making a big deal about her sitting outside with no mask and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they don't even realize how stupid they sound. And they want to make it sound like she's a hypocrite and contradicting and all this because she promotes masks and mandates and blah, blah, blah. But she went down to Florida. She's just doing what Florida's allowing you to do. Like, again, it still comes down to this. You know, you want the right to be able to put or choose to put the vaccine in your body or wear a mask and blah, blah. But as soon as somebody that opposes you starts doing the same thing you're doing, then you got a problem with it. Wait, what is it? Which one is it? It's like, who cares? At this point, I don't care anymore. I don't care what you do. You shouldn't care what I do. And let's just move on and live life and do the best we can and try to be safe and stay safe and protect others as much as possible. That's all I'm going to say about that. And, you know, and I'm almost done with the whole pandemic thing and just, you know, it basically it is what it is. It's your new normal. Welcome to it. What else is going on in the first week of the new year? Not a whole lot other than, you know, like I said, I've last several days I've tried to organize my room, organize my podcast stuff, try to motivate myself into doing things and creating things and whatnot. And again, it's a work in progress. I do have and I don't know if I mentioned it a while ago or not, but I do have a very special episode coming up at the end of the month, close to the end of the month. I'm probably going to release it the last week of January, and it is my interview with Sammy Haney, which is a star, or one of the stars, of the Raising Dion Netflix series. She's a young lady that has osteogenesis imperfecta, which is the same condition I have, and she stars on the show as Dion, the character's friend, Esperanza. So I interviewed her, and the interview was kind of short, not very long, and part of the reason I was kind of nervous interviewing her, and I just kind of cut it short, not intentionally, but ended up cutting it short. Well, what I decided to do was go back to her or to her parents and ask her parents if I could interview them. So I have 2-part interview coming that week. First part will be with Sammy. Second part will be with her parents. And it's all leading up into the fact that season 2 of Raising Dion on Netflix will be coming out that following week on February 1st. And I will create a special t-shirt design for the merch store to represent the episode. I'm going to come back the following week and give my review on the series, because I will sit there and watch the whole thing and, you know, binge it straight through. Probably take me the weekend to do it, but I'll binge it and kind of give my feeling and what I thought on the episodes and the series or the season. But that is all coming at the end of the month, so that is one thing y'all should look forward to. I'm excited for y'all to hear that. There's a lot of funny things in the episode coming from Sammy. It was funny. She was funny. Her parents are fun. They were fun to interview, and we got to not only talk about Sammy, but talk about the similarities with my parents raising me and her parents raising her, and some of the similarities and different stories and stuff. So it's a long episode on the parents' one, short one on hers. So that's coming out. That's some stuff that's coming out soon. So like I said, I'm going to do my seasons every 3 months. So we have January, February, March will be season 2, and then so on. And then the next 3 months will be season 3, season 4, season 5. So I believe we'll be up to 5 seasons at the end of the year. And then the plan for that end of the year, just like I did this year, we're going to have the Let's Roll Awards for 2022. We will, hopefully by then, we built up some audience feedback so y'all can partake in the voting. and the different categories, and maybe even suggest some categories that I didn't do this year. I kind of randomly just did that. I wanted to add something to the end of the year episode, so I just did that. I came up with that idea, and I want to make it a little bit better every year. So, but yeah, it'll be exciting. We will have at the end of 2022, we will actually have 5 seasons and then 1 full year of the Let's Roll podcast. So that's exciting. I'm going to do my best to stick with it and try to be creative and come up with different ideas. Going back to Patreon, I am going to revamp that, make it a little bit more affordable for everybody, and do away with the higher end tiers that even me, I try to look at it that Patreon is what would I be willing to pay for, and what should I get for that amount. So I'm going to revamp that. I want to make it a little bit affordable for everybody, a little more affordable. I'm sorry, I can't even talk right now. But make it more affordable for everybody, and hopefully people will help support the podcast and support me in the process. I don't like to necessarily come across that I'm begging for money, but hey, man, everything costs to put on something like this. So if I can make some money at it, great. If I can't, oh well, I'll deal with what I can. But there's several ways you can support this podcast. You can support the podcast by just simply listening to it. You can support it by, giving me a review, comments, so on. The biggest thing you could do for me right now that I try to bring up on every episode, or at least I'll try this year to bring it up, is I currently have 15 subscribers for the podcast channel. I would like to get a very small amount right now. Not even looking for it to just blow up. I'm looking for it just to get to a certain point right now, because it would help me out tremendously. And that is getting 100 subscribers for the channel. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go look us up. There's also links on the website, links on our Facebook page. So just please, if you can, just go and subscribe. I don't even care if you turn on the notification button, even though you should, but I don't care. I will also try to do more this year with the YouTube channel, do some different videos and stuff like that. I'm not quite ready to get into video podcasting yet. I might dab into it a little bit here and there, but mainly I'm focused on the audio podcasting because it's a little bit easier for me to do. And but I do want to do some more with my channel. Also, we have a gaming channel that I started over almost 6 years ago, I guess, or at least 5 years ago. We're starting to do a little bit more on that channel too, me and my friend. So I'm going to try to get myself busy and keep myself busy with the podcast, with the gaming channel, and whatever else I decide to do. But I was excited to get that first season done last year. I got myself to just do it, just start it and see where it goes. And so far, I'm happy with where it's gone so far. There's a lot to look forward to this year. Like I said, we have the Sammy Haney interview or episodes coming up at the end of this month. We're going to have special episodes, like we'll have for every holiday, I'm going to try to do a little special episode. So we got we got birthdays coming up in my family. So I'm going to do an episode with my mom to talk to her about her life and raising me and stuff like that. I'm going to have an episode on my grandmother. I got all kinds of episodes ideas. One thing I'm really been working on, and if he hears this, he better get it together. But my friend that we started a podcast, or he did, however you want to say it, but I was a part of a podcast back in we'll say late 2000s, early 2010s. Um, I did a podcast called Tea Time with T Rich. And I was known on there as the captain. And I was kind of the funny man to his straight man. Anyway, we're going to do an episode and we're going to talk about us doing that podcast. And also, what I'm going to do is I have the old files from the shows and the episodes that we did. I'm going to re-edit them, take out the stuff that would get us in trouble right now, and anyway, re-edit them and then put them on Patreon and make them available there for anybody that wants to go back and listen to our old episodes and see how dumb we were. It's, sometimes we were smart, sometimes we were dumb. But anyway, my friend Timothy is going to come on, and we're going to talk about our podcast. We're going to do another episode talking about when we were coaching, and a couple of other episodes. Just to give you a little behind the scenes, I like to try to bring in a guest location where I record, and try to record multiple episodes. So I can, build up a little bank of episodes and have them ready to go. So that being said, hopefully every guest that comes on, not everyone, but some certain guests that come on, I'm hoping to record, more than one episode with them. So that helps me keep it going here, But again, let me take a break and I'll come back with my final thoughts and... All right, guys, let's wrap up this episode. It was just a kind of a update episode, tell you what I've been up to, what I've been doing, and where I'm going to go from here. Again, I'm going to get y'all to please go check out the website, www.theletsrollpodcast.com. Give me some feedback, send me some questions, send me some ideas for episodes, stuff like that. And share this podcast. That's a big thing you can all do. Just share the podcast with other people that like to listen to podcasts. Right now, we currently have 26 episodes up there. So the more you share, the better it is. Because if you share it and they listen, that is another way of supporting the podcast and supporting what I do here. So with that being said, as always, until next time, let's roll. Hey guys, Double R here, and make sure you check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and our merch store. Follow us on all of our social media.